Hey sis, walk with me.
Imagine you wanting to do something for your spouse that you think is going to be really beneficial to your lives. It doesn't work out the way you thought that it would. And now he's over here pointing fingers at you, talking about, yeah, you did this to us. And I don't want to have no parts in what punishment or consequence is the result of that. Yeah, that's what Eve experienced. And Eve has been getting a bad rap for a number of years. There have been so many sermons that I have heard in my time as a Christian that have viewed the story of Eve through a masculine and patriarchal lens. And what I have never really been able to understand is why none of those sermons included the fact that Adam was standing right there passively next to Eve when the whole thing went down. I imagine your husband having direct information and watching you do something that he knew would result in disobedience, and then joining you in that and blaming you for the choice that he made. Imagine that. And when I look at this through the lens of relational dynamics, I'm like, that's emotional betrayal. I can see why in the Bible where it says that as a result of this sin, that Eve would desire after her husband. And when I looked up what the Hebrew definition of desire meant, it meant control. Not romantic desire, not sexual desire, but control. So it makes sense to me that after you did something that you thought was going to serve the both of you well, it didn't. You were deceived. Now there's consequences, and now you are thrown under the bus, and your husband didn't take no accountability or do what he should have done as a husband, which was to cover you in that situation, that you would now need to want to control everything about the situation to make sure that you weren't in a situation like that again, that you didn't get caught out there again. If I can control everything about my life and about this relationship, I at least will be in charge of the outcome. Like, Eve gets a bad rap.